It is not a secret that COP26 is a failure. It should be obvious that we cannot solve a crisis with the same methods that got us into it in the first place. This is no longer a climate conference. This is now a global North greenwash festival.
There's obviously a lot of fingers pointed at global leaders, decision makers, policy makers, as it should. But we shouldn't be, only pointing fingers in one direction. I think we need to keep ourselves accountable as young people, as marginalized groups. We also have a role to play in both climate adaptation, climate mitigation, and we need to have discussions, productive discussions with our policymakers and our leaders.
From my own point of view, protest alone is not enough, unfortunately. Accommodative answers and solutions is the only way we can actually survive this situation. All of us as youth advocates have one goal, which is climate action, yet we pursue this goal in different tools. So Greta and Fridays for Future are doing magnificent work in bringing more young people to the process by protesting, striking and so on, and it's great. But some other young people prefers to do diplomacy, negotiation, meetings, and it's very important to have both. Otherwise, we will be just boxed in one place.
The climate justice movement has always connected its fights on the inside with the outside. We are the voices of the movements and the frontline communities that have been pointing out the actions that are needed, the policies that have been needed, the ambition and the urgency and the requirement of justice to be very central to the negotiations. For decades our voices weren't heard. Now, ironically, the leaders are recognising this crisis, are echoing the importance of justice, and recognising the interconnection between climate and inequality. What they're not doing is actually then acting on it, and that is where both the inside and outside has to work together.
Nós estamos lutando uma luta diferente para proteger a Amazônia contra a exploração predatória que todos os dias bate na porta dos nossos territórios. Nós estamos lutando, temos lutado todos os dias para protegê-la, mesmo que para isso nós tenhamos que dar a nossa vida. E nós vamos continuar lutando. Nós fazemos isso não somente por nós fazemos isso por vocês também.
E eu estou aqui para trazer as informações dos impactos que nós estamos sofrendo hoje dentro da nossa comunidade, por conta das grandes explorações feitas, pelas grandes multinacionais. Hoje eu estou sempre dizendo que uma das soluções é deixar os territórios originários dos povos indígenas para que eles façam sua autogovernança, para que nós possamos recuperar todas as terras que foram roubadas de nós. Essa é uma das únicas soluções, porque nós sabemos proteger.
What protesters need to do is keep shining a remorseless, honest light on reality. What is also needed, given that governments are not moving into the kind of zone that they need to be in to truly address this, is that citizen action needs to be proactive in terms of trying to bring about the changes that we actually need on the ground. What do I mean by that? I mean things like actually creating resilient communities, actually transforming our workplaces and workspaces, because we cannot rely on governments and nor on big corporations to do that for us.